All right, y'all. Welcome to the Sports Debaters Podcast Network. Basically, we're talking NFL talk every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to be talking about some interesting topics. We're going to be talking about Josh Allen. We're going to be talking about Arizona. We're going to be talking about Dallas Cowboys and making our weekly picks. And, we got some time to squeeze in some more topics. We're going to be talking about that as well. Got my dog Justin Jackson in the house, and of course got my dog Caleb Red in the house. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Good morning.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna jump right into a topic. One of my favorite topics of this morning. I'm gonna start with you first, Justin. Justin, is Josh Allen the top 5 quarterback right now?
Let's start with hell no and go from there. I mean, make a list fast. You got Brady, you got Rodgers, you got Kyler, you got Lamar, you got Mahomes. Who's he better than?
Wait up. You said that kind of fast. Brady, Rodgers, Kyler,
Lamar, and
Mahomes.
Who's he better than?
That's tough. That's tough.
Hey, he better than Herbert.
I mean, can you make an argument that he better than Lamar? Is there an argument there? No. And after the first week of the season, a lot of us probably thought that Rodgers wasn't going to have one of those Rodgers seasons, but it looks like he will.
He killing everybody. I mean, he better than Herbert? Like, no.
You don't think he better than Herbert? So you put him in the 5 to 10 range, 7 to 10,
6 to 10. He's in the 6 to 10 area. That 5 kind of hard.
At 5. 6 to 10. So who would be your other 5 quarterbacks you would put in the top 10?
Seattle's quarterback, Russell Wilson, Allen.
Herbert.
Got to put Allen there. Herbert. Dak. And Derrick Henry.
Okay. I think you forgot somebody.
Who did I forget?
Yeah, you definitely forgot somebody. You forgot Stafford. You definitely forgot
Stafford. So Derrick Henry hit the bench. You're in that next 5. I forgot about Stafford. My bad. I was thinking about trying to go through all the teams fast. Who else I missed?
Carson Wentz.
See, now you hating on the side. See, I see what you're doing. And that's fine. You can do it this morning. That's okay. All
right, so Champ Jones. Oh shit! Let me turn it. Champ Jones, if you're watching, Derek Carr is not in the top 10. Hold on, my boy CA want to get on. He came on last week. Let me go ahead. Put my dog CA up in here.
Caleb, I see you doing something on the side already, Caleb. I see you.
What you mean?
I see you early in the morning, and that's okay. That's fine.
All right, go ahead, hop in, CA, whenever you're ready. Caleb. Let's start with your top 5. Is Josh Allen in the top 5 right now?
Oh no, not at all, and it's not even close. Like without a doubt in my mind, like definitely is Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Lamar, right? Those are the top 4 quarterbacks, right? And then the number 5 can be interchangeable with either Kyler or Russell Wilson or hell, even that. Like the way how these guys are like playing out minus Russell Wilson. If that Russell Wilson was healthy, Russell is definitely a top 5 quarterback. So my top 5 in no particular order, of course, Brady, Rodgers, Lamar, Mahomes, and number 5, I'll probably go with Kyler Murray as of right now. And then to top out my tag, like round out my top 10, I'll go with Russell at 6. Then I probably go Dak 7, Josh Allen 8, Matthew Stafford 9, and then 10. Who I'm forgetting? Herbert.
Okay, so do y'all think it's a result of quarterbacks? Hold on, let me get my boy CA on here. What's up, CA?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today, man?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling. We just talking about these top. Is Josh Allen a top 5 quarterback? I'm gonna go ahead and bring you right. I'm gonna bring you right in. Is Josh Allen a top 5 quarterback right now?
A top 5 quarterback right now. I would say so. I just think his. I think his skill set right now is very rare. Like with his arm talent is really like, to me it's at the top of the league. Like just his overall arm talent. Like some of the throws that he can make that he make some of the throws that he makes with ease, like that other quarterbacks can't make with ease. Like to me he has one of the best arm talents in the league right now by far. It's not even close.
Okay, so Justin, I think I'm leaning more your way. What you were saying that he's probably 6'7".
Yeah, he's on the edge for me. Like I wouldn't say like he's a top, like he's like a like 5'6" range for me. Because like to me, what he can do with his legs too. To me you have to put that in there too. Like he's really good with his legs as well.
So I'm a ask y'all. I'm gonna start out with you, Caleb. Is that a result of quarterbacks getting better? Because I think he was definitely a top 5 quarterback last year. Is that a result of quarterbacks getting better?
Definitely, yeah. Not in like certain folks, for instance, Lamar Jackson. Like like we always knew that he was a great runner, but he couldn't really pass as well, and like he don't have any receivers, this and that, blah 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 blah. But like this year, Lamar is doing things different, and he's winning games that he should have definitely lost just by bringing his teams back, just by throwing the ball. There are still some throws that I would like for him to actually make, since that a lot of folks are like calling him an elite passer, but like he's just not quite there yet. But as far as an overall athlete, bro, Lamar is that dude. But like all of these other quarterbacks have been getting better because like many ages ago, Josh Allen, he couldn't really throw the ball that well also, but he's been getting better and better year in and year out. And now that he has a solid number one, we saw what that Josh Allen could actually do last year. And man, he was painting walls on people's defenses without a running back.
2 All-Pro receivers. What Cole Beasley was All-Pro second team, right? Cole Beasley, I think
that he was third team, but
they don't got no third team in
NFL.
Yeah, I think Cole Beasley was second team All-Pro.
Yeah. He was up there.
Yeah, I got him. I got him in that 6'7" range as well. But just because quarterbacks getting better, but as far as last year, I think he was definitely a top 5 quarterback behind Rodgers, Mahomes, and Brady. I think he would be in that number 3 or number 4 slot. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Derrick Henry. I'm gonna start off with you on this one, CA. Can Derrick Henry be the first running back MVP since Adrian Peterson?
I mean, he has the potential to do it, but it ain't even the MVP award at this point. It's just a quarterback award. Like, like it doesn't matter what Derrick Henry do. It seems like they always gonna give it to. They're gonna find a way to give it to the quarterback. Because to me, Derrick Henry deserved it last year. It's no way you get. There's no way you can tell me that he wasn't the most valuable player to his team last year. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't tell me he wasn't, bro. Without giving me some bullshit in response.
He was a very valuable player. But bro, when you look at that season Rodgers had, bro, 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Like, I know you're a Detroit fan, but come on now.
I had nothing against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I wish he'd get out of the division, but I have nothing against him. I'm not gonna take it away from him. But to me, like, just what he did with that team, like people, like Derrick Henry was so bad with that people were calling Ryan Tannehill a top 10 quarterback after that shit. That's how valuable Derrick Henry is. Like, and we see that's not true this year. But I mean, to me, Derrick Henry, it's just, and the fact that he just gets better as the game goes on. Like you can't stop that dude, bro. Like it don't matter how much dude you put in the box, he's gonna wear you down eventually. He's gonna get his. And, he just so valuable to the team. Like even the receivers haven't been playing that well this year. I mean, they've been hurt, yeah, but the receivers haven't really been putting up numbers like that. We expected to get AJ Brown and Julio Jones. Made the Titans, a lot better, but they haven't really been doing that thing this year. And despite that, they're still 4-2. Because of Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill was playing like garbage this year too, and they're still, up there in the AFC. So that just shows you how valuable Derrick Henry is, man.
Gotcha. Caleb, I'm gonna ask this question to you. Can Derrick Henry be the first NFL MVP since Adrian Peterson?
I said this last week, and the coach laughed at me. If y'all,
my boy Jaron Miller say all facts what you just said.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jaron. All right, go ahead, Caleb.
But yeah, like I said this last week, whenever I had him number one, like, man, I honestly think that Derrick Henry can, if long as that he could rush for, well, I tell you what, if that he could break both the touchdown record and the rushing record this year, he is your MVP. No matter what happens to the Titans, if they actually make the playoffs or not, because like then that will prove that like Derrick Henry did everything that he could to actually carry his team to the playoffs without like Tannehill stats and all that stuff, Julio and Brown stats, and that terrible defense that just so happened to beat the Bills Monday, which I'm still mad about. But like Derrick Henry can very well be the next MVP that doesn't play quarterback.
Hey Justin, before you go, I want to respond to CA about last year's MVP.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry. I had Derrick Henry winning the MVP last year until one particular game. The Titans played the Packers in Green Bay. Derrick Henry had 23 rushes for 98 yards. A.J. Dillon had 21 rushes for 124. Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns, 231, one interception. I mean, I think that was an important game for Derrick Henry because before that week, and even I remember I was saying, I was like, man, Derrick Henry about to run for 200 yards against us. And he ended up having a subpar game. So I think as a running back, you definitely have to do more. You have to go to extra to get those MVP awards over quarterbacks like Adrian Peterson. He almost broke the yards record. I think he was a couple of yards short. I don't remember exactly how many yards he was short, but he was a couple of yards short. And I think that's when he lost the award last year, that particular game. And it didn't help that the Titans got beat 40-14. So I think that was the game he actually lost the MVP.
I mean, to me that game like proved Derrick Henry's value too, because if Derrick Henry doesn't have an awesome game, they have no chance of winning. We saw that in the playoffs. They have no chance of winning. And people were telling me that Ryan Tannehill is a top 10 quarterback. Well, why can't Ryan Tannehill win you games if he doesn't have a great game?
Because he's not as valuable as Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry is definitely the most valuable on that team. Definitely, it's not even a question.
I'm just saying they have no chance of winning if he doesn't give you at least a 115 plus game. They have no chance of winning, bro.
That was the case, but the reason why the swap was made from who the Titans had, Marcus Mariota to Ryan Tannehill. When Ryan Tannehill did play, when he did play good, they went to the AFC Championship. And to me, that proves that when a quarterback is up here, when your quarterback is playing great, it's different when your running back is playing great. When your quarterback playing great, I think you could win more games. But when your running back playing great, you could. I mean, you're a playoff team, but I think when your quarterback playing great, you could get to the AFC Championship or Super Bowl. That's why I think the quarterback is easier for them to get the award.
Yeah, I think in that case, I think in that playoff run, I just think Ryan Tannehill just did his job. He made the throws he was supposed to make, but they're not thinking about winning a game if Derrick Henry doesn't go off for 200 plus yards like almost every playoff game. It's not happening.
Yeah, and
they don't even think about it.
That's the same thing for Aaron Rodgers, though. Honestly, that's the same thing for Aaron Rodgers.
He did have one of the best receivers in the league that year. Just to be honest, I'm just putting it out there. I had nothing against Aaron Rodgers. He had a great season. I can't take that away from him. He had a great season.
But as far as my answer goes, my answer is actually yes. I think Derrick Henry can win MVP this year if he continues at this pace that he's going now. It's just I get where you're going because it's kind of unfair to running backs because they have to actually have go the extra mile for the season. They actually have to do something spectacular to actually get consideration to be MVP. But my answer is yes. I think Derrick Henry can win MVP this year, and right now he's first. I ain't gonna lie, he's first to me. But Justin, I'm gonna let you go. Can Derrick Henry win MVP?
I think the answer is yes. As it sits right now, he's on pace to break 4 different records. He's on pace to break touchdowns, Eric Dickerson's rushing, Chris Johnson's yard from scrimmage, and the carry record. So if he breaks them 4 and the Titans in the playoffs, he kind of got no choice. You know what I'm saying? He can do it. It'll just take a historic season, unfortunately, because a quarterback can have a great season. If he's the best quarterback, they don't give it to him. He don't have to necessarily break records. Derrick Henry's on pace to break 4 of them at the moment. So if he can break those 4 records, you kind of have to give it to him. If you don't give it to him at that point, you might as well just change the name of the award.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I think it sounds like we're all on the same page when it comes to Derrick Henry running the MVP this year. All right, let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals. The only unbeaten team this year. Looking at their schedule, I'm gonna start off with you, Justin. How long would it take for them to get an L from someone? How long can they go undefeated? Who on their schedule do you think is going to be the first team to knock them off?
Oh man, I looked at this yesterday. I feel kind of bad for not having this pulled up. I definitely looked at this yesterday.
Caleb smiling because I already know Caleb answer. That's why I ain't want to go to Caleb first.
And if talking about them trash Packers, they're gonna beat them. Let's see, Arizona. All right, so they got Houston today. They're gonna beat that game. Thursday night, quick turnarounds in Arizona. They're gonna beat Green Bay. If they don't lose to San Fran at home, they might not lose. So they play the Rams. That second Rams game, December 13th.
That's in Arizona this time, huh?
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, they beat the Rams in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they got about 3 games in their schedule left. They might lose.
They might lose because Seattle, because the boy will be back because of Russ. Dallas, Rams. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Packers.
Yeah, no. I say what I say.
My answer.
So
I'll get my answer.
What makes Arizona so dangerous to you?
That they can do both. Finally, they can score 30 and keep you from scoring 30, which was a problem the first 2 years of this attack. And they don't have to throw the ball every single play. Edmonds running well. James Conner's running well. Then you add D-Hop. AJ Green seems to found the fountain of youth. You got Christian Kirk. Now they add Zach Ertz. Kyler can still run on everywhere. And you got a defense with Chandler Jones.
And you still got Rondale Moore, too.
Yeah, you got Rondale Moore. You got the one they just drafted. The quick one. That's what I'm talking about, huh?
Rondale Moore just drafted,
Yeah. And then you got on defense, you got Chandler Jones when he doesn't have COVID. J.J. Watt, Isaiah Simmons didn't figure out what he wanted to do in football. You got Baker in the back end. Your corners ain't great, but they're not getting torched. So they can finally play both sides of the ball now.
Okay. All right, CA. I'm going to go to you with this question. When do you have Arizona losing their first game?
I'm gonna give an unpopular. I'm a popular answer. I don't like this team, but I think they're gonna lose to the Chicago Bears December 5th, just because of the environment. The reason why, just because of the environment. Like I think like Arizona plays a bunch of the games indoors. When you play in Chicago in the cold, that's gonna be a trap game. And Chicago's defense is tough. It's a trap game to me.
So you got them beating Seattle, going to Seattle and winning, and
Yeah.
going to San Francisco, and Carolina coming to them. Of course, us coming to them. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, Caleb. Who we got? Arizona taking their first L to.
Look at him, that big old smile. He ready to lie.
Because I mean, like the Green Bay Packers, as long as if the Packers can defend the pass well, then I'm fine. Like that, I'm very much content with like where that we can actually stop them from like running the ball. As long as that we can keep like Jalen Smith or somebody else fast spying Kyler Murray, I'm fine. I can see us taking that game in the last seconds with either a field goal or a very late touchdown to Devontae Adams, or maybe even the best running back after Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry and even Zeke right now. Aaron Jones is going to score a touchdown. But if not us, I see them losing to the 49ers the following week. And like if I'm correct, I want to see that George Kittle comes back that specific week, I think too, right? Because like he had to sit out for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So like this week here would be his 3rd week. So that would give him an extra week to actually like heal up and to possibly come back to actually them beat the Cardinals. So either next Thursday, I mean the Thursday game versus us, or they would lose to the 49ers.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Caleb. When I first looked at the schedule, that was one of the games I had us losing against Arizona. I had us losing against Arizona, but I had us beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with CA on this one. I think that Chicago Bears game is definitely a trap game. If Arizona was coming to Green Bay, that would be different. it would be different.
Yeah, right.
But it's still early though, so it's not really as cold and it's not as windy. Now then, that game versus the Bears and all that stuff, man, bro, the Soldier Field on that bad grass and the wind and everything, bro, all that stuff factors in.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna help them. That's gonna help Chicago. Like, but yeah. I think Arizona. I think they first L gonna go to Chicago. For everything CA said, I think Justin Fields he should be ready by then to actually win a big game. I see how you looking at it, Justin. It's all good. But yeah, I got that game. I got that game being a close, low scoring game. I think that's the only way the Bears could win that game. I can't see us beating Arizona without Jair, without Alexander. I can't see that happening.
But like we've been playing like very good defense though. Like like compared to like last year, like that run defense has been bad. I want to say right now we are like number 6 or 7 deep in the league.
Our defense about to get tested. We go at Arizona, at Baltimore. I'm not saying that in order. At Arizona, at Baltimore, at Kansas City. We got the Rams. We got the Vikings. We got Seattle.
I done heard about 4 losses just now.
Like our defense.
Y'all gotta go 2 months. I didn't know that.
How many teams? How many losses does your team have now? 4, right?
Yeah, we got 4.
Okay. So I
And
need
we
to
don't
know.
we don't have an MVP at quarterback, so we got good old Mac Jones, good old Mac Attack, good old
So,
return of the
yeah,
Mac.
after we play Arizona, we got to go at Kansas City. Like it's like, bro, we got a hell of a schedule. We got
Man,
y'all play Kansas City right after Arizona.
right after Arizona, go to
Oh
Kansas
my, that gets y'all dirty.
All I'm hearing is a
Yeah.
bunch of L's. That's rough.
Yeah, we play like four or 5 games on the road. Like after this Washington game, we play like 4 of the next 5 games on the road.
All I heard is a bunch of
Y'all gotta go
L's.
to Arrowhead with it.
at night too. No.
No, that's at 325, 325.
Yeah, 325. It's still like a late
Oh
game.
man,
That
a
game
national TV L. Oof.
on CBS.
Tony Romo gonna be calling
A
your L. That's
CBS
rough.
dub. A CBS dub.
It's on Fox. It's on Fox.
Oh, it's on Fox.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be on the game of the week where everybody gonna be out watching.
I want to hear Joe Buck.
I don't want to hear him either, to be honest.
Give me
I want to
Dennis
hear Joe
Johnson,
Buck
bro.
call. I want to hear him call y'all L. I don't care who it is. It could be me. It could be you.
Hey, so look, we got this next topic. I'm gonna start with you on this one first, Caleb. Are the Dallas Cowboys for real? Or they just been having a favorable schedule?
Are they for real or have they been having a favorable schedule? It's a very good question. In a sense, I would say yes, but like they still show us that like they can, like they are still the Dallas Cowboys at times because like there is no way that Mac Jones should have still been in that game last week. There was no way whatsoever. However, they found a way to win and everything. So I think that Dallas's defense is kind of like the best way to put it. Like they give up big plays, but they also make like big stops, like winning like really matters.
You're talking about like a bend don't break defense, what you saying?
Yeah, basically. But they do more bending more than anything.
Yeah, I feel
They do a whole lot more bending. And like if they wouldn't bend so much, then like I would take them much more seriously. Right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as me like taking them seriously, with 10 being like hell yeah, I see you Dallas. I take them serious at like about a 4.
So are they a playoff team? You think?
They see at least. They better get to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yes, they are. For right now.
Okay, so right now they got the Vikings. Next after the bye week, they got the Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, and then they go at Kansas City.
They can easily go 3-1 there, especially if that Chiefs defense has not been repaired yet. I see Dallas winning that specific game.
Okay. All right, Justin, is Dallas for real? Or they just been having a favorable schedule? I'm just repeat the teams they played. They lost to the Buccaneers by 2, opening night. Beat the Chargers by 3. Beat the Eagles by 20. Beat the Panthers by 8. Beat the Giants, blew them out, and of course, beat your Patriots by 6 in overtime.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got blessed a couple of those games, including last week. We can talk about it though. Are they for real? Meaning, I guess for real, meaning Super Bowl contender? The answer at this time would be yes. You can't sit here and say no, even I would love to. At this moment in time, I can't say that. The defense is flying around good enough. They got a lot of speed on that defense finally, and not even fully healthy because Tank Lawrence not playing. They got rid of Smith, so kudos to them. That's an upgrade. Trayvon Diggs is out of his mind right now. He's catching everything. I think he has more catches than his brother at this point. I mean, they got Dax playing well. Zeke look like he's returned somewhat to 2016. Tony Pollard's playing well. But inevitably, they have a terrible coach in Mike McCarthy. So he's going to mess this up. And I cannot wait for it. All Cowboys fans are going to be crying in the group for about a week. I'm so excited. I'm like, he's going to mess this up. He's tried to lose them 3 games already. So
he tried to lose that Patriots game too.
He tried to lose the Patriots game. He tried to lose the Chargers game. He tried to lose the Panthers game too. Yeah, like he's trying to lose them football games. They just hadn't done it yet. So, are they for real at this moment? Yes. Are they going to do anything? As always, no.
All right, CA. Are the Dallas Cowboys for real? Or they had a favorable schedule?
You know, I mean, you know, the Cowboys, they have a good team, but do I think a lot of such has to do with the reschedule? Yes, I do believe that. You know, the one legit team that they beat. I mean, I think they should have lost to them. You know, to me, the Chargers should have won that game, no question. And then, I mean, and they look at the Bucks game. They play pretty well, but that Bucks defense, that Bucks secondary is trash, and that plays right into the Cowboys' strength is the receivers. So yeah, you know, I mean, you know that call at the end was kind of that no call at the end was kind of some BS. I'll say that, even though I don't like the Cowboys, but yeah, I mean, to me, you know, that game could have gone either way, kind of. You know, but if you look at the rest of the schedule, they beat a bunch of nobodies. Like, you know, who are the Panthers? I mean, you know, who are the Patriots this year? Who else they play?
Better than the Lions.
Yeah, better than us. But I like Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones is balling. I can't even lie. But you know, who are the Jaguars? You know what I'm saying? They coach out there getting lap dances in Ohio State. The damn who are they? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they just. I mean, I just don't think. I just think a lot of the stuff had to do with their schedule. You know. I think they have one of the best offenses in the league. You know, just talent wise. Like, you know, CeeDee Lamb's a problem. I can't take that away. You know, Mark Cooper. You know, he's gonna show when he decides to show up. You know, Michael Gallup's hurt, but you know, when he comes back, he's a solid receiver. But you know that defense. You know, it's been better than it was last year because they had an all-time bad defense last year. Jesus. But you know it's been better. You know, Micah Parsons been doing his thing. You know, Trayvon Diggs been making big plays when they need him. But you know, I'm not really sold yet. You know, I gotta see them be more elite teams. You know, they don't have many of those elite teams on the schedule left. So you know, they're gonna have a really good record, but I don't think out of all the top teams in the NFC that they're really that they really should be taken seriously.
So you got the Cowboys that's lost one game in the NFC. Arizona, you know, is undefeated. You got the Packers. We 5-1 as well. We won the lost one. 5-1 and 4-1.
No one cares.
I'm trying to see who. Oh yeah, Los Angeles. What's Los Angeles' record, Justin?
They've lost 2, huh?
They lost 2?
No.
They lost one. They lost the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So let's take the one lost team. We got the Packers, we got the Cowboys, and we got the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
Justin, which
And the Bucks.
The Bucks? Oh yeah, the Bucks too. Let's take
the Bucks got 1.
The Bucks too. So we got those 4 teams. Which one of those teams has the most to worry about, Justin?
Out of the Cowboys, Rams,
Packers
Bucks,
and
Packers. The Cowboys. Your head coach is McCarthy. Like, I mean, like the Cowboys. Because in all, they all have a similar flaw. Like in Dallas, we don't trust the defense. Pretty much. I mean, I like some of their pieces, like Micah Parsons, etc. But in the end, we don't trust the defense. In Green Bay, same. You don't trust the defense.
Secondary.
In Tampa, they don't even have a cornerback at the moment. Like they hold.
Jamel Dean, what you talking about?
I stand by my statement. They do not have a cornerback. And the Cowboys, your head coach Mike McCarthy. So you got two problems. You got a defense we don't trust, and Mike McCarthy, who
You got
this
Dan Quinn over there too.
I don't necessarily blame Dan Quinn. He cool.
No,
as long as he's not about a head
Dan
coach.
Quinn been doing senior, so I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Not talking about a head coach. So so far, McCarthy has said that he couldn't see the play clock, even though there was 13 of them in the Rams Stadium, and they looked. He just gave us a timeout at the end of the half. I don't know what that was. He just handed us time at the end of the half. He tried to lose them 3 games, and all of his excuses sound like if you gave a 10-year-old and he painted on your wall, you was like, how can you paint on the wall? Well, I didn't see a rule telling me I couldn't. That's basically how all his excuses sound. They don't make no sense. He just say stuff at the mic. Like, it's just, the Cowboys, because of McCarthy, it's bad. It's terrible. I don't know how y'all won a Super Bowl. I really don't. Aaron Rodgers is the truth. Because ain't no way in the world he covers Mike McCarthy.
That and that defense, bro. That defense was on some stuff then.
That defense was crazy that year. I ain't gonna lie.
Which I was like 3 in the league or 2 in the league sometime like that day.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think they were second, I think.
Yeah.
We forced a lot of turnovers.
That was 2011, so that's when Seattle defense should have been in their prime too.
Yeah, when we won the Super, you talking about when we won the Super Bowl?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our defense, it was so crazy because our defense was good that year when we won the Super Bowl. We went 10-6, and then next year when we went 15-1 is when our defense really gave up a lot of yards. I really don't understand that how that happened. When we brought everybody back, I don't know. But anyway.
Was Steve Spagnuolo on the staff?
It's
Every answer. I mean,
salute to True the King. Salute. What I was gonna say, Kayla, I will come to you next. Which one of those 5-1 teams has the most to worry about in the NFC?
You said Bucks, Cowboys, Packers, and Rams. Just not being biased, I would have to say, just like Justin said, the Cowboys. Like, you have McCarthy, who is very, very game throwable prone and everything. Like, and it's the name within itself, the Dallas Cowboys. I know for a fact that Stephen A. Smith doesn't have anything to talk about, and whenever that day fight, well, him and Shannon Sharp, whenever that they lose in typical Dallas Cowboys fashion, I think that will kind of set their rails off the track and everything, and then from there they'll kind of start to spiral out of control until that can actually save them. But after Dallas, then I say Packers, because like we have too many people out, and like we just have to keep on winning to actually stay within the mix. If we lose 2 out of the next like five games, we won't really be in trouble. But like we have to beat the Vikings in order to still keep that 2.5 game lead over the whole division. But I think around then it would be a 3-game lead pretty much, because like we would have swept everybody the first half of the season. So long as that we could beat either the Chiefs or the Cardinals and beat the Vikings, I think that we'll be fine. So we just can't afford to actually lose anyone else and to drop any important games.
I'm gonna take a different route on this one. Out of those teams, which team is less likely to actually win the division?
Is less likely?
Less likely. The Rams. That's what team I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Rams. because I just think it's a different confidence having that playoff game at home in the first round than actually going on the road. Because most likely the Rams, they might have to go to Dallas the first round of the playoffs. I don't think that's what they want. I don't think they want to come to Green Bay as well. So I'm gonna go with the Rams just because like they're in trouble of not winning their division. And Justin, me and you talked about this a bunch of time. Matthew Stafford, great quarterback, great quarterback, but I don't think he want to play a road playoff game. I think the last road playoff game he played was in New Orleans. Is that right?
No, Seattle. But his finger was broken, so I'll give him a pass.
Okay.
Seattle.
Well, yeah,
Seattle.
it was Seattle.
Yeah.
First
the
of
last time he made a
first of
playoff.
all, he was playing in Detroit, so I feel like we got to get him in pass.
No, I mean also that season, you remember that season where he was on the MVP track, then he messed up his fingers a lot, and that just destroyed everything.
Yeah, like
And it's Detroit.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, and he had to wear like a big ass splint on his finger for like the rest of the season. And he wasn't the same after that.
I totally understand that. Plus, it's Detroit.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the round on that. Did I ask you this question? See what 5-4-5
No,
and
he
1
didn't.
team?
No.
Oh, good. Go ahead, answer that question, bro.
I mean, I get you saying when it comes to the Rams, but I think just with that talent, that they're gonna do their thing, man. That's just what it is. I mean, I think if Stafford has the right pieces, that they're gonna be fine, and if Stafford says tough, they're gonna be fine. But to me, the Cowboys have the most to worry about. Like Justin said, that they got Mike McCarthy. That's all I gotta say. I mean, they really haven't faced nobody. Like you gonna be facing the NFC Least all year, and who in the NFC Least has a chance to get to the playoffs? Like nobody. So,
He was looking at 3 top 10 picks.
So like I mean, and they got the no name in there. Nobody care about the no names, and then you got the Giants. Like who cares about the Giants? You know what I'm saying?
Cry Eagles cry.
Nobody cares about the Giants. I mean, I just don't think the Cowboys' schedule. It just doesn't look like they're gonna be ready for the real teams when they face them because that schedule they got left.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on to this next topic. We're gonna take it a little further. We're gonna talk about the NFC and the AFC. We're gonna start with the AFC since we haven't really been showing them much love. The 2 top teams in the AFC, Justin, right now, the 2 top teams, the 2 most dangerous teams
in the AFC.
AFC.
I didn't think about the AFC that often. I was gonna say Bills, but Derrick Henry ran over them. And Josh Allen literally fell on his face. Oh. Well, I don't even know. The AFC kind of stacked together.
It's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, because I'm like, my first answer was Buffalo. I guess dangerous would be the Bills and the Chiefs in terms of dangerousness. Who would I not want to play? Them 2. Oh wait, the Ravens. The Ravens and the Bills. I just zoom right on past Lamar. My fault.
It's crazy that the Chiefs are 3-3, but that's not a team that you want to see in the playoffs.
Oh no, not at all.
Like it's crazy. Like they 3-3, but if they, the best thing that can happen for the Baltimore Ravens or Buffalo Bills is if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
The Chiefs don't make the playoffs. They roll for everybody against them.
But that's what you got to say.
Not going to happen.
Hey, I'm just saying. So you said the Ravens and the Bills?
Ravens and the Bills, yeah.
What makes those 2 teams the 2 dangerous teams in the AFC?
Well, Lamar is playing higher than his MVP season right now. If you look at it analytically, and then that defense can make plays. The offensive scheme is easy to stop. He's not. So as long as he's still able to outrun your spy and etc., there's nothing pretty much you can do about it. And for the Bills, they can pass rush, which is something they couldn't do the past couple of years. I think they spent their first 2 picks last year on edge rushers. So they can pass rush now. They can get up the field. Josh Allen is playing like a top 10 quarterback. They got a great coaching staff, and you don't want to play on the road at them in January.
Nope.
Well, that's why I was about to bring up that point against for Baltimore, because Lamar Jackson, he looked like the greatest quarterback ever when he playing in Baltimore, but on the road, like he's okay. Like he's not nothing special on the road. I mean, what was that team? Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
What did that game look like 1917 or something like that?
1916.
But
Tucker
that
had to
was
make
because
a
that was because of Hollywood Brown though. Because Hollywood Brown can't catch. That's the only reason why that game was close. I watched that game because Hollywood Brown can't catch the ball. He can't catch the ball. He dropped literally 3 touchdowns, bro. Like, I kid you not.
On three different drives.
Yes. He dropped 3 touchdowns. I'm not joking. Like he had one throw where Hollywood Brown, like he had like an open field like ahead of him, but he dropped the ball. And then there's like one kind of contested ball, but he could have caught it still. There's another one that he just dropped.
So that game should have been what, 30-7?
Yeah, easily. I mean, to me, it should have been close. I just think a lot of unlucky things happened. I mean, Detroit should have won that game, because they Baltimore got a false start and the leg game that they missed. But we ain't gonna talk about that,
because you're
Detroit.
I watched the first 2 quarters of that game.
Yeah.
And it's just Lamar Jackson. He don't look the same on the road. Like even that game against Denver when they won 23-7. Like the reason I know this because Lamar Jackson, that's my starting quarterback on my fantasy team.
Right.
Like I got him and Mark Andrews, as a matter of fact. And like the game against the Broncos, they start off slow. The Broncos, they just can't score. I think people figured out Teddy Bridgewater, to be honest.
I didn't take much figuring out. He's Teddy Bridgewater.
and then you go to that game against the Raiders. I mean, he started off in that first half. He started off real slow. Like, and then in the second half, he picked it up.
I agree with you for the most part, yeah. But Alejandro Villanueva is he'll get his ass cooked though. Let's be honest.
Hey, but the best thing to happen for the Ravens is to get home field advantage. Like,
they
facts.
They had it the first year.
Baltimore.
They had it the first year, but Lamar Jackson, that was his first year starting, so he get a pass for that. He got him to the playoffs. And then next year they got beat by Tennessee. They had home field advantage.
When King Henry had more passing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson.
They got beat by Tennessee. People chalked it up to Derrick Henry. This year, if they get home field advantage, there's no excuses. They got to take advantage of it. I think to me,
if Lamar maintains, his passing ability, and Rashad Bateman, he's gonna get better as the season goes on. I think, and Sam McBride's got to come back as well. I mean, I think he's able to maintain this passing game. I think that there's no excuses for why they can't win games anymore. To me, they got better weapons. Hollywood Brown has improved. I got to give him credit. We like to destroy Hollywood Brown, but he's been playing better this year. Besides that Detroit game was horrible. I think Lamar Jackson does play a little bit worse on the road because just his style. It just Lamar's style. It just fits home games better. That's just the way it is. But he's definitely got to play better on the road, and it will definitely be huge advantage if they can be the number 1 seed in the AFC and get home field advantage for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go with Justin Ravens and Bills as well, because I honestly think there's a possibility that Kansas City don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, if they make the playoffs, then it's a different story. But right now,
hell breaks loose.
Just I'm gonna have to give you a whole segment by yourself just on Kansas City not making the playoffs.
Oh my God, give me the show. I need the show.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just want to answer that question. But I would say, yeah, I would say the Bills and the Ravens right now, just for now. I think Kansas City will still make the playoff just because the new format. A team that talented, I just don't think it's gonna miss the playoffs with the new format. Like we got an extra playoff spot, so I think just because of that, Kansas City is probably gonna make the playoffs. But the biggest problem with Kansas City is that if they offense will score 40 or high 30s, that they don't got no chance. That's the biggest problem with Kansas City right now. And it's just it's just getting really bad this year. It's just getting to the point where that they really have to score at 40 or they got no chance. And it's gonna be harder this year because teams got more film on that offense. And Patrick Mahomes, he's this is the most we've seen him struggle because he's not used to not being able to make those big plays with ease like he used to. Teams are scheming against him now, and he can't. And Patrick Mahomes hasn't really learned the discipline of not being able to make those big plays all the time. And he has to score 40 now. Like he's been able to score 30, 40 with ease, and the defense they've been a bit better, and they've had kind of a bend and break defense. I mean, bend but don't break defense. And they've been able to get stops in the red zone, but this year it hasn't been happening. So it's a lot more pressure on the offense, and I feel like Patrick Mahomes has been making bad decisions because he knows he has more pressure on him this year. So I think they'll make it, but barely probably, because that team doesn't look like they have in the past 2-3 years. They look a bit different.
Hey, Caleb,
Yeah.
did you answer the question yet?
No, but I mean, like my answer is the same thing too. Ravens and Bills are the top two teams in the AFC, and that goes without question because like they both beat the previous best team in the AFC. One of them beat them in his house, and the other one beat them in possibly the path to make it to the Super Bowl if that Baltimore becomes the number one seed. So I think it goes without saying Baltimore and the Bills are the top two teams. Now then the true question is who is the third best team? And, like folks are just losing games and stuff like that like they should be winning and stuff like that. I thought that the Chargers would have been the third best team, but then they got skull drag last week. So I don't know who is the best teams following them because like right now, like it's very very evident that it's Baltimore and Buffalo. That third best team may be Tennessee now.
I don't trust Tennessee. I don't trust that defense, man.
I don't trust Ryan Tannehill.
I don't trust him either. Yeah, him too. The fake top 10 quarterback. I ain't gonna never let that go. Like he was really defending the fact that Ryan Tannehill's a top 10 quarterback. Like I've had a lot of people like defend that position really defend that position. I'm like, bro, how do you defend that, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like with conviction, like I don't get it, bro.
If Ryan Tannehill told me the sky was blue, I'd have to go check.
Anyway, top two teams in the NFC. CA, top two teams in the NFC.
The top two teams in the NFC, they're in the same division. It's the Rams and the Cardinals right now. I just think they're that their offenses are high powered and their defenses don't break very that often. So I think that's easy here. Cardinals and the Rams.
Justin, top two teams in the NFC.
I like the CA fella. He's a smart one. I got the Cardinals and the Rams as well.
Caleb, top two teams in the NFC.
It's not the Packers. It's not.
Nah, I'll be unbiased here. I'm gonna do Cardinals and Packers.
See, look at you.
But now let's hear the Cardinals and the Rams. Like they both have the best things going for them. Now that like I don't know if that folks have been paying. Well, we haven't been talking About the Bucks lately, but I think that they may be on a slight little decline for right now. So maybe that there could be a topic for next week after this week's games and everything. Because I don't think that the Bucks can like keep it up at a high level for right now, especially with all those injuries and stuff like that. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
just
I actually got the Bucks and the Cardinals. I just think it just flashbacks of what the Bucks did last year when their defense wasn't, the defense was mediocre during the season, but when the playoffs started, they just went into a different gear. And I see them making the playoffs, and I see them doing the same thing. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying I see the defense gonna get better in the playoffs. So I actually got the Bucks and the Cardinals. CA, we're gonna start with the weekly picks with you since you went on that when you were talking about the Chiefs. If the Chiefs were to make the playoffs, they gotta beat the Titans. They most likely gonna have to beat the Titans today. Who you got winning that game?
I think the Chiefs are gonna win. They're 3-3, man. They gotta step it up. And I just don't trust that. I don't trust the Titans right now, man. Like, Derrick Henry doing his thing, but how long can Derrick Henry carry? And AJ Brown, he got food poisoning, and Julio Jones, he just ain't been Julio Jones as of late.
He got old.
Yeah, he's old.
That's his problem. He got old.
Justin, who you got, Chiefs or Titans?
I got King Henry and the Titans.
Caleb, Chiefs or Titans?
I'm gonna have to roll with Justin here. The Titans.
I'm gonna roll with Kansas City on this one. Caleb, Green Bay, Washington at Green Bay.
Next person, come on, man.
Justin, Washington at Green Bay.
I got the fighting Taylor Heineke. No, I'm kidding. I got the Packers.
CA, Washington and Green Bay.
Man, I can't pick. I can't pick a team that don't got no name. I don't care if the Packers are playing them. I can't pick a team with no name, bro. The Packers easily.
Yeah, I got the Packers as well. My dog Ken Burson, Kansas City is awful. Tennessee is horrible. Kansas City by 7. All right, so Ken got Kansas City by 7.
It'll be close.
Next game we got Cincinnati at Baltimore. CA, who you got?
Ooh, I got Baltimore. Like y'all said, man, Lamar just takes it to a new level at home, and I just think they ride on momentum, and I think they're gonna win at home.
Justin, Cincinnati at Baltimore.
I had Cincinnati winning 10 games and making the playoffs before the season started. I had them taking an L in this game though, so I got Baltimore.
You got Baltimore as well, Caleb?
Yes, sir. They playing at home.
Yeah, I got Baltimore as well. All right, Caleb, Panthers at Giants.
Panthers at the Giants.
Yes, sir. Panthers. Justin, you got Panthers at Giants.
Oh, Panthers, easy.
CA, Panthers at Giants.
I ain't picking the mission. Give me Panthers.
I got the Panthers as well. Falcons at Dolphins, CA.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh man. Ooh. That's a tough one. That's the battle of the bums right there. Oh man. Where's it at?
In Miami.
That's in Miami.
I'll pick the Dolphins. Because with all the craziness going on with the trade rumors, I think they're gonna come out with a vengeance today. I mean.
All right, Justin. Falcons at Dolphins.
I can't pick Tua, so Falcons.
Caleb, I bet you Caleb feel the same way.
I will not pick Tua. Betty again that Tua get his ass traded. Falcons.
Man, I got the Dolphins. I got the Dolphins winning this one. All right, Caleb.
I don't trust either, so it was hard to pick.
Just at the Patriots, Caleb. Just at the Patriots.
Mac Jones in the Packs.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I thought we were about to get into a real disagreement on this show. I thought we were about to get wild on here.
Justin Jets at the Patriots.
My NFL season hinges on this game. If we lose to the Jets, I will no longer talk NFL football. So you might have to find a new co-host. So I got the Patriots.
Who you got, CA? Jets at the Patriots?
I got the Patriots, man. I like what Matt Jones been doing so far, even though he hadn't been leading the wins. But I think Matt Jones been really playing well. Despite the circumstances of the team this year.
Yeah, I got
man
the
talking about
Patriots.
Circumstances. He a Detroit fan. His franchise is circumstance.
Relax, bro.
I got the Patriots. I definitely got the Patriots. Eagles at Raiders, CA.
The Eagles at Raiders. I gotta go to Raiders. I gotta go with the Raiders, man. I was wishing for more from Jalen Hurts, but yeah, he ain't got it. That Buccaneers game, all I need to see, he ain't got it. So give me the Raiders. Even though Dan Carl probably won't play, I still got the Raiders here.
Yeah, I'm a Jalen Hurts guy, but
I want to see it to see it. After what I saw from that game, I couldn't, man. I can't anymore.
Caleb, Eagles at Raiders.
Let me go with the Eagles.
Eagles? Okay.
Eagles.
Justin,
I think that they may. I mean, if that they are still in the play for the Washington sweepstakes, if that they win, then they may not pull the trigger on it, and Washington may end up in Miami after Tua blows this game.
All right, Justin, Eagles at Raiders.
Anybody against Jalen Hurts. So I got the Raiders.
All right. A game that I'm most interested in the afternoon game. Jared Goff versus Matt Stafford. Basically, they was traded.
You interested in that game?
Huh?
I'm interested in that game. I'm very interested.
Oh yeah, I'm very interested in this game.
I like drama. I like
I'm very interested in this game. I'm gonna start off with you first, CA. Either you could pick the game or you could pick the point spread.
No, I'll pick the game. I just don't think we got it. I think Jared Goff is he's been like the defense it's not that good. It's not really that good, talent wise, and they still been doing kind of well. And if Jared Goff just made a few plays, this team would actually have 2-3 wins. But and the defense they've been overperforming and they still can't win. I just don't understand, bro. I think I don't like to blame the quarterback solely for losses and wins, but the Derrick Goff is one of the sole reasons why the Lions can't win a game. It's just simply him. And I don't think that's going to happen on the road in LA. But with that offense, I just think that they're just going to kill our secondary. Our secondary is just too inexperienced. They're just not that good. And I don't think we're going to get enough pressure on Stafford. And I think it's going to be a blowout. LA going to win. End of the story.
I mean, I would like the Lions to win for seeding purposes.
Yeah, I guess.
I would be cheering for them to win.
Yeah.
They're not going to win, though. I got the Rams. I got the Rams plus Rams minus 10, man. I got the Rams. All right, who you got, Caleb?
I got the Rams.
Easy. Who you got?
Ain't nothing to explain.
Hey, we're gonna be going for the line. Me and Caleb, we're gonna be going for the Lions, though. Secretly. We're gonna be going for the Lions.
I hope we lose. I want the number one draft pick.
All right, who you got, Justin?
I believe the point spread is 16.5. That sounds incredibly familiar. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on, so I don't.
Now I gave y'all 6 points.
I think it's 16.5.
Yeah, it's 16.5 according to the ESPN app. Take the Rams. Swallow that 16.5. It'll be 16.5 by the second quarter. Yeah, this about to get real spooky. Matt Stafford gonna throw a touchdown and curse out a Detroit employee in his head. He's gonna start picking one.
That man anti-social said Rams by 80.
By about 35. Yeah, by about 35.
Shout out to Anti. All right, hey, we got Bears at Buccaneers. Who you got, CA?
There's that Buccaneers. I mean, I think just because of Tampa, I think the Bucs don't win.
Who you got, Justin? Bears at Buccaneers.
Bucks by 14.
Bears at Buccaneers, Caleb.
I feel like that this is like a double-edged sword because I want the Bears to win for the seeding purposes, and I want the Bucks to win to actually keep the Bears further back. So,
Hey, Kevin King not playing. Look at y'all with a blessing.
yeah, I know. He's been going for the past 3 weeks, bro, and I've been loving every.
Yeah, our defense look better without him, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, I like that new quarter from Georgia, y'all guy. He nice.
Oh, Stokes.
I like him.
So I'm gonna go with the upset pick here, Bears, because I'm really interested to see this Bucks offensive line versus the number one pass rushing team in the league right now. I want to see what can the Bears do to actually rattle Tom Brady. Then plus they are out. I mean, Bucks don't have Antonio Brown. I want to say Godwin too, right? I think.
No, they got Godwin. They don't have AB, Sherman, Gronk, and
it's somebody else.
Somebody else. It's not Godwin though.
Well, I'm gonna take the Bears on this.
I mean, I feel the same way about the Bears in this game like I feel with Detroit and Rams. I want the Bears to win. I'm going to be cheering for them. They're not going to win, though. I mean, even though AB not playing, Gronk not playing, Sherman not playing, the Bucks still have more than enough to beat the Bears. Like, Justin Fields, he hasn't figured it out yet. That what's the Bears' wide receiver name?
Allen
Robinson. Allen Robinson is a dog. Get him. He needs to feed Allen Robinson.
He's playing hurt though. He's playing on an injury. He's playing on an injury. Yeah.
Did it do?
Yeah, I think he's got an ankle injury, but I think he's gonna play still. But you know, he's been bothering him all season. That's what he said.
He made a snag last week. Had me like, bro.
Allen Robinson needs to be treated like how Rodgers treat Devontae Adams. Like Robinson is that dude.
Hey, Allen Robinson, come back home, man. We need you.
If you know what it is for his career,
you just said that Jared Goff is the reason y'all not winning, and you want Allen Robinson to win.
You're right.
I've only seen two people head back home and win: Candace Parker and LeBron James, and Allen Robinson is neither one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the receivers have been a big problem with Detroit. I just think Jared Goff just sucks. Like even the receivers been open. You know, it's just sad, man. We about to wait T.J. Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift. Man, once DeAndre Swift goes to a new team, y'all gonna see how good he is. That dude is very talented.
Oh yeah.
No, we know. This Detroit sucks. We know. You don't have to explain it. We are.
Next game is a point spread game. Texans at Cardinals.
Texans at Cardinals.
Cardinals
with the points.
You want us to tell you how bad it's gonna be?
Yeah.
What's the point spread right now?
18.
Oh, 20.
Give me the Cardinals by 25.
The last two road games the Houston Texans played, they lost 41-0 and 45-3.
Oh.
It ain't gonna be much better in Arizona. And Cliff Kingsbury back. So Arizona about to get in the bag. That 18 was being nice. I appreciate
Very
that from
nice.
Vegas. Very nice. It's a very nice 18. Arizona about like 30. We gonna find out who the quarterback is behind Kyler Murray today. I have no idea, but I assume we're gonna find out today.
All right, Caleb. Were you taking the points, or are you taking the Texans to cover?
Boy, hell no. Taking that spread, bro, man. Cardinals by like too many points. They just may put up 50.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals with the points too.
I'll be more generous if Tyler Taylor's playing, but I don't trust no damn Davis Mills.
You know, hey, you leave that man his incredibly long neck alone. All right.
That man got 2 last names. Let's see. The Sunday night game, your boy. I'm gonna let you pick this first. I'm gonna let you pick this game, Justin. Indianapolis at San Francisco, Sunday night game.
I'm picking this more with
that's a nasty Sunday night game. Yeah,
picking this more with my preseason prediction heart than my head here. But in order for the Colts to get in the playoffs and make Hard Knocks interesting this year, they need to be 5-5 entering Week 12, and because of which, I got the Colts winning this game by 3. They take out old glass knees Garoppolo, and the Colts start their comeback. You know, make Hard Knocks interesting.
This is a weird Sunday night game. Like, did they have any kind of storyline on it?
It's terrible.
Hey, stop hating. Okay. You can see Carson Wentz on your television. You should be excited.
I'm looking at the game. I'm trying to find a storyline.
There's nothing.
Two hurt quarterbacks with a lot of potential at one point in life.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, who you got, CA? Colts at the 49ers.
Oof. I would say just because it's San Francisco, I'll give me the 49ers, but it is a 50-50 game. I mean, it's about I wouldn't say the bums, but it's nothing exciting. So give me the 49ers because they got the home field.
Who you got, Caleb? What Caleb?
I need a quarter. I'm about to flip this one.
Flip a coin.
Pick 'em game.
Heads, them Colts. Tails, 49ers. Oh, shit.
Why did we drop the quarter? See, I knew I said
Heads, Colts.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco too, just because it's in San Francisco. And our Monday night game, New Orleans at Seattle.
Caleb, your time to shine, buddy. Your time to shine.
Go ahead, Caleb. New Orleans at Seattle.
The Fighting Geno Smiths. Who you picking, Caleb? The Saints or the Fighting Geno Smiths?
I tell you what, I'm gonna save my rant for next week. If that Jamal Adams can actually play like a goddamn
Saint
safety
in the nation
and stop the Saints, if he can do that, I will give him props next week. I swear to God. But Saints by 17.
Jesus.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't say 17. I was gonna pick the Saints, but 17 feels ambitious.
yeah, I'm gonna pick the Saints too. I mean, Geno Smith. No, no, no. I never been a believer in Geno Smith since he got drafted. He was talking all that stuff that they had a worse. People was talking about they had a worse. Wasn't a good QB draft class as the draft class before with Luck, RG3, and Wilson. Of course they didn't. And he said he was going to use that for motivation. I still haven't seen the motivation yet. Well, yeah, I got the Saints winning by 10, man. It's gonna be. It might be worse than that.
I got the Saints by 13. Yeah, it's Geno Smith. If Sean Payton gonna do anything, he gonna find what Jamal Adams did and throw the ball that way. So fine. Whoever offense on Jamal Adams.
Who you got, CA?
I got the Saints. I got the Saints by about 14. Geno Smith was doing so well, and until he just showed us why Geno Smith is Geno Smith. Protect the ball, man. But yeah, I mean, I expect Geno Smith to come even more to earth, tomorrow night, and I think the Saints will win by about 14, 15.
All right, cool. Caleb, before you go, you want to do the game thread for me today for the group?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on the podcast, but we're gonna always hold it down every Sunday. I'm gonna get with Spencer. See, you got a Facebook Messenger?
Oh, I got it. I don't use Facebook like that, but I'll get it. I'll get it done. But
Well,
I'll check it though. I'll check it though.
well, just so I can give you the topics in advance. Just so I can give you the
Oh
topics.
yeah. I'll check it then. Yeah, I'll check it.
So yeah, so I could give. I'm gonna get with Spencer. Spencer. Shout out to Spencer. Topics or basically producer, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, we're gonna be back next Sunday. Of course, here we're gonna be back Saturday for basketball as well. Talk about the weekend basketball.
Yeah, I'll be there if I'm available. I'll be there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Y'all have y'all blessed one, man.
All right,
All right,
man.
man. You too, man.